crypto anonymity is basically over. If you use crypto in Europe, there's a high chance that your activity is already being reported to tax authorities, even if you think you're anonymous. Let me explain what actually changed on January 1st, 2026 and why this matters a lot if you live in Europe or use European crypto services. For years, we were told that crypto is decentralized, private, and outside of government control, but if you trade crypto in the EU and still think nobody's watching you, that's no longer true. This applies to traders, crypto holders, P2P guys, funding farmers, and airdrop hunters. Basically everyone. At the start of 2026, a full regulatory system officially went live in Europe. It's MiCA, the Travel Rule, DAC8, and international data sharing, all working together. In simple terms, platforms now link your identity to your transactions and send that information directly to regulators. I'm talking about major exchanges, crypto banks, payment apps, staking platforms, basically every regulated service that works with Europeans. And here's the part most people miss. It doesn't matter where your passport is from, it doesn't matter which KYC you used. If you stay in the EU country for more than 183 days, you become a taxed resident. And once that happens, your crypto activity becomes their business. After New Year, all those unclear deposits, messy withdrawals, weird transactions patterns don't just look suspicious anymore. They turn into automatic red flags for financial monitoring systems. Because right now you're already inside this big reporting network. But before I zoom out globally, let me be clear about one thing. The system doesn't start with laws, it starts with how platforms already profile you. And if you're thinking like Europe, oh, that's not my problem, slow down. Because Europe is just first. They didn't do this halfway, they built this whole thing from scratch. Licensing, identification, transactions tracking, automatic tax reporting. Officially, it's about protecting users, but we all know it's about transparency and tax control. Other countries are preparing similar frameworks for 2026-2027, and they will basically copy the EU model. If you touch the European system in any way, like SEPA transfers, European neobanks like Wise, Revolut, crypto cards, Euro on-ramps, you're already in scope. Digital nomads too, even if you're just temporarily here. And most people very underestimate how serious this is. Hey guys, it's David, welcome back to Walk Into Crypto. Stay with me till the end because ignoring this in 2026 can cause serious problems and frozen accounts. And I'll be honest with you, I personally understood how serious this goes only at the start of this year. And when I did, I was so shocked how serious this is. Today I'll show you how the system actually works and who usually gets hit first. And adaptations in the next video, so subscribe and don't miss it. This one is just about understanding the reality. A lot of people misunderstand where taxes come from. They don't just appear because you trade on CEX such as Binance, Bybit or DAX. They appear because you're a tax resident. If you live in an EU country, you pay there. Passport doesn't matter, citizenship doesn't matter. Once you're a resident, all worldwide income becomes taxable. Crypto, stocks, salary, business, everything. And exchanges already know where you really are. They track your IP address, your bank cards, your browser language, your time zone. All of this gets stitched together. Once a platform marks you as an EU resident, DAC8 forces automatic reporting to tax authorities. That's the whole mechanism. Let me explain this in simple terms because it's not about one law, it's a stack. First, MiCA forces platforms to fully identify you. They ask for your passport, address, source of funds, and if they don't, they lose their license. So on centralized platforms, your anonymity is gone. You're no longer wallet 0x456, you're a person with a name and tax number. Then comes the travel rule. Now your identity moves with your transfers. If you send crypto from your cold wallet to an exchange, small amounts, you just declare that it's yours. Larger amounts, you prove ownership. Either way, if that wallet touches KYC, it becomes linked to you. So from that moment on, it's not anonymous anymore. Next is DAC8. Starting 2026, platforms automatically will send your transactions, your balances to tax authorities. Once per year, no request like it used to be earlier, and nor investigations. Let's say you live in Spain and use crypto service registered in Lithuania. In early 2027, Lithuania automatically sends your 2026 activity to Spain. A Spanish investigator opens their system and sees your crypto. That's it. And finally, CARF. That's what makes it global. US, UK, Switzerland, Canada, they all part of it. So moving to foreign exchanges doesn't solve anything. There are no safe offshore in crypto anymore. And here what most people get wrong. It's not about whales who get hit first. Now let's talk real life, because P2P guys, OTC usually gets flagged first. Regular fiat flows trigger AML very fast. Arbitrage and funding farmers come next. Lots of microtransactions plus steady profit looks like business activity, and that often means registration. Then there's regular trading, even spot or futures trading on centralized exchanges. For tax authorities, consistent trading activity is basically your profit income. Then there are people with messy deposits and messy withdrawals. For example, you put in 10K on exchange and took out 12K. And DAC8 sees the difference, 2K, okay, so you earned it, and it sends automatically to inspector of your country. Another big category that people underestimate is just holding your crypto on centralized exchanges. If you keep large balances on crypto exchanges or crypto banks, other platforms, it's fully visible, and at some point someone will ask about the source of funds. If you have no proof, your account gets frozen. Staking works the same way. Your monthly rewards are treated like your income, basically like salary. Imagine you live in Spain. You use Revolut. You move USD through a crypto bank and trade on exchanges. The tax office sees regular inflows, then checks your linked wallet, sees more assets. Now you're explaining where everything came from. There are 3 uncomfortable truths. DAX doesn't save you. Tax offices don't care where you traded. They care about fiat in versus fiat out. That delta is your profit. Travel rule means your personal data is now attached to transfers between regulated platforms. Every serious on-ramp already works like this. And global data exchange means information doesn't stay just in Europe. Through CARF, it's shared worldwide. Running to foreign exchanges won't help. There's nowhere to hide. So, bottom line, if you hold assets on exchanges, actively trade, do funding, arbitrage and other stuff, or even farm airdrops, some small amounts, you need to understand these rules. Otherwise, 2026 will be the year of serious problems and frozen accounts. So what do I think about this? Crypto didn't become a mainstream accidentally. We were invited with stories about decentralization, privacy, and some stuff, but then mass adoption happened. And now regulation follows. MiCA identifies you, Travel Rule tracks movements, DAC8 reports inside Europe, and CARF closes world's exits. Together, it's full control. Not good, not bad, just reality. So I'm not saying crypto is dead. Yeah, we just need to adapt to this. I think the next hype will be around those privacy tokens, privacy blockchains, and I will also tell about this on my channel, because if you do nothing, the system will do everything for you. Account freezes, tax penalties, bank blocks, and very uncomfortable letters in 2026, 2027. Also, I published a much bigger breakdown on the MiCA Travel Rule and some real life examples, so you can check it on my Telegram, link in the description, subscribe. In my next video, I'll show you how to adapt, how to think about residency, and what strategies actually make sense to move forward. If this helps, subscribe, hit like, and join my channel. I post a lot of interesting content about crypto, my personal way in crypto, how I invest, all my path here. And write in the comments what do you do in crypto and which country you live in. I'll pick up some real case scenarios for my next video. Thanks for watching. It's David, Walk into Crypto, and see you in the next one. Peace.